Hey there guys, Pwnobi here, bringing you a Pokemon Narrated Wi-Fi battle. Before we get into the action, showing you my Facebook fan page. I did link it in my last video, but if you haven't checked it out, a link will be in the description. I'll include a link to it in the description on all my other videos. It's a great place for us to communicate. I post a lot of status updates, pictures. You guys can comment on my wall, say whatever you want. I am more likely to answer you there because it gives me notifications more easily than like YouTube PMs and stuff. So just thought I would include that. This is going to be a battle I had against FizzyStardust. Really great guy. Feel free to check his channel out after the game. I'm also using a watermark. As you can clearly see, I'm always trying to update my content, include new information, new resources, new editing. So let me know what you guys think about that. I think it's pretty cool. Like this video if you enjoy. It should be pretty fun. This is a battle we had at Battle for Japan. God, herpaderp. And yeah, it was pretty fun. He was streaming really late at night. Had a nice fortune and new game with him. Let's go ahead and play it back or check it out or all that kind of cool stuff. I'm going to lead with my Traffic Cop, and he's going to lead with his Torkoal. I decided to just go straight for the U-turn because I know that I can go into my Entei while he sets up the Stealth Rocks, because that's what lead Torkoal do. So Torkoal do pretty much in general, really, other than Rapid Spin or maybe Overheat or Rest or something like that. Or Explode. So I'm going to go for the sub here, Scout, to see if he wants to go for the Explosion. I know that he can't really touch me, so at worst he's going to switch and I'm going to get a free sub. So he actually does go for the Explosion, which is really awesome. It's going to give me a quick 6-5 advantage, which is always appreciated. So now he's going to go into his Tup, perhaps preferring to Teperius 5, not really sure. Going to set up a Calm Mind on him, see what he wants to do. Don't think that he knows I'm special at this stage, even though I'm not Japanese with the... or shiny with the Japanese name like I would normally be. This is an outdated version of my team. I'm always testing it, trying new versions. I know that he has the Thick Fat ability, so I don't want to let him set up Calm Minds before I try to break his sub, because he does resist my fire attacks, so I want to break his sub immediately. Now I'm thinking that he's going to sub again now that he's at the +1, because with the Thick Fat he might be able to take one. So my plan was to go to Beedrill, and then go for the U-turn to break his sub, and go into Sharpedo, predicting the Psychic. And I thought that was a pretty good thought process, but he's going to go straight for the Psychic. Not sure if he predicted that, or if he just didn't think that he'd be able to take a Fire Blast and have his sub up. Which maybe he wouldn't have, but in that case he arguably could have gone for the Calm Mind. But either way, I'm just going to bring in my Sharpedo. Fizzy's a pretty offensive player, doesn't do much with defensive cores, or at least from the little bit of... NU experience that I have seen before me. So yeah, just gonna go straight for the crunch and it's gonna kill. So that's a pretty nice pickup for me. 5-4, going to Meganium on his dude. He tried to set up with an agility, but Meganium is a bulky guy that threatens him off with the energy ball. But I'm actually gonna go straight for the Leech Seed, thinking that I could take an X-Scissor that doesn't have the Sword Dance up, and then I could Synthesis up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go into the Entei, predicting the obvious bug move because it's Stab, and he hasn't seen much on my team that wants to take it. And at this stage, I'm just going to set up a sub again, thinking that if he goes for the Bug Buzz, it's going to be safe for me, and I don't think he wants to go for the Bug Buzz anyway. So now I get greedy and go for Calm Mind, thinking that I could Calm Mind and then Calm Mind a second time after he breaks my sub, and then kill him off, and maybe get a little bit of a sweep going. But he's going to go straight for the Encore, which is a really, really nice play on his part. It really countered my strategy there. I got greedy, and that's definitely going to cost me. So go to my ZZ Master. Don't want him to get a free switch, since he obviously was going to switch after Encoring me. Going to go for the Toxic. Even though it wasn't the best matchup, because ZZ Master is a special wall, I know I could easily take at least something. So that's going to be my game plan, and it worked out really well. Just going to go for the Protect, because I'm pretty sure that based on the damage he did to my Entei, he is Choice Specs. So yeah, the fact that he's Choice let me Scout. He went for the HP Ground, predicting the switch to Entei. And now I get the Toxic on the switch. So I'm making a few nice plays to kind of counteract getting greedy there with the Entei before. Just going to go straight for the Seismic Toss, which is going to work nicely for me. He went straight for the Nasty Plot, which was a good play, because I could have gone straight for the Protect to Scout and get Toxic damage, and then he'd be at +2, and then I'd be in a bit of a predicament. But now after... going for Protect and not seeing any item and knowing that he's obviously not choiced, I can infer that he's Life Orb, especially since he wasn't a lead, so he probably doesn't have Focus Sash. So with Life Orb Recoil and Toxic, he is going to wear himself out. Now I've got the Wish floating in the air to heal me up on whatever he brings in. I thought he would go for the agility, predicting my protect, but he's going to go straight for the X Scissor, which was a good play on his part. I'm sure he predicted that, so nice going there. Gonna bring in my Koopa Troop. I figured he was gonna get kind of greedy and go straight for the Crab Hammer, which I don't think would have one-hit KO'd. So I just went for the Earthquake to fire off to get some damage so Sharpedo could revenge kill, but he went straight to Motham. So I'm going to stay in here and go straight for the Stealth Rocks, because I'm sure Sharpedo can revenge kill this thing, and he doesn't have anything that can switch into Sharpedo's attack safely, so he'll probably fodder it. So I wasn't too worried about losing my Sandslash, but he's actually going to get a flinch, which means no rocks for me, which we're going to see how that affects the rest of the battle. So that 30% is definitely not favoring me right now. So I'm going to go into Sharpedo, and as I figured, well actually not as I figured, he's going to actually switch out to Hitmonchan, which is normally a good Sharpedo counter. Normally I do actually or not normally, but now I carry Zen Headbutt on my Sharpedo, but back then I didn't. I went for the Hydro Pump predicting the switch, and that really sucks for me, because now his Hitmonchan is not going to take a good at least 30% of HP with a Hydro Pump. And the fact that he's Life Orb means he is going to be able to hit KO my Meganium. I figured if he wasn't Life Orb, I could take 2 hits, Synthesis up, or even go straight for a Seed Bomb, and at -2, that'd put him at a very vulnerable range, so an Aqua Jet could easily KO. And now that he has the -2 defenses, I'm hoping an Aqua Jet can kill, and it goes down, 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 but not down enough. So I'm thinking that that was not max damage. I didn't actually run a calc on it because I didn't bother asking him for his set. But if he's a standard Hitmonchan set, I think that that was not max damage. So random number generators and flinches are not being too good for me. And the fact that I got greedy with that Entei is really costing me. So here is pretty much my last hope. I have to hope for a crit on this Hidden Power Grass. This is back when I had Hidden Power Grass over Hidden Power Electric. I'm not naive enough to think that Hidden Power Grass would be able to OHKO. Although it actually got really close, because this is my version with more special attack investment than HP. But that's not going to be the case, and that is going to be the game. So great game, Fizzy. That was actually pretty dang down to the wire, which I cannot say about a lot of battles these days. Although I do think a lot of battles have a lot of strategic switching and stuff, and that was a little bit more offensive. I definitely enjoyed it, and I can always appreciate a close game. So feel free to check Fizzy out. He's a great guy, has over 5,000 subs, which speaks volumes about his content. Let me know what you think about the watermark. Check out my Facebook fan page, and I'll catch you guys later.